I found a phone that was not mine. It was hidden under the bed. It changed everything I believed about my life. My name is Sarah. I am 31 years old. And this is the story of how one small phone destroyed my family. I live in a medium-sized city. It is not big. It is not small. There are parks. There are schools. There are families everywhere. It looks like a normal, happy place. And I thought I had a normal, happy life. I have been married to my husband Daniel for 6 years. Daniel is 34 years old. He is not very tall, but he is handsome. He has dark brown eyes and a warm smile. When he smiles at you, you feel safe. I fell in love with that smile. We have 2 children. Our son is 5 years old. His name is Liam. Our daughter is 3 years old. Her name is Ella. They are my whole world. Every morning, Liam runs to my bed. He jumps on me. He says, "Mama, wake up." Ella follows him. She is always laughing. Those 2 children are my reason to breathe. Daniel works at a technology company. He works with computers. He is very smart with numbers and machines. He leaves for work at 8 in the morning. He comes home at 6 in the evening. Every night, we eat dinner together. We talk about our day. We put the children to bed. We watch television together. It was a quiet life. A simple life. I thought it was a good life. It started small, like most bad things do. They start very small. You almost do not notice. Daniel started coming home late. At first, it was 1 night, then 2 nights, then 3 nights every week. He said it was work. "Big project, Sarah," he said. "The boss needs this finished." I am sorry. I believed him. He was always a hard worker. I was proud of him. But then I noticed other things. He started taking his phone everywhere. To the bathroom. To the garden. He even took it to bed. He always had the phone face down on the table. When I walked into a room, he stopped typing. He put the phone in his pocket. One evening I asked him, "Daniel, who are you texting?" He looked at me. He smiled. That warm smile. "Just a colleague," he said. "Work things. Very boring." He kissed my forehead. "Do not worry." I try not to worry. I wash the dishes. I put the children to bed. I told myself I was being silly. Daniel loved me. Daniel was a good man. I was imagining things, but the feeling did not go away. It sat in my chest, heavy, cold, like a stone. Weeks passed. Daniel became more and more distant. He stopped asking about my day. He stopped holding my hand. At night, he turned away from me in bed. I tried to reach him. I cooked his favorite food, roast chicken with potatoes. He said, "Thank you," and looked at his phone. I bought a new dress, a red dress. I put it on. I stood in front of him. "Do you like it?" I asked. He looked up for 1 second. "Nice," he said. Then he looked back at the screen. I felt invisible. I felt like a ghost in my own home. One Saturday morning, Daniel took the children to the park. I stayed home. I cleaned the bedroom. I changed the bed sheets. I picked up Daniel's pillow. I shook it. Something fell. It hit the floor with a small sound. Tap. I looked down. There was a phone on the floor. A small black phone. Very simple. Very cheap. I had never seen it before. I picked it up. My hands were shaking. I did not know why. My heart was already beating fast. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe an old work phone. Maybe something from the office. I pressed the button. The screen turned on. There was no password. The screen was open. I looked at the messages. The name at the top was a woman's name. Her name was Michelle. There were hundreds of messages. Hundreds. I started to read. My legs stopped working. I sat down on the floor, right there on the bedroom floor. I could not stand. The messages were not about work. They were not boring. They were full of love. A love that was not for me. "I miss you so much. Last night was perfect. I wish I could be with you always. You are the best thing in my life." I read every word. Every single word. My vision went blurry. I realized I was crying. I did not know when I started. The tears were just there, falling onto the phone screen. Then I saw photos. I will not describe them, but I saw them, and I could never unsee them. I put the phone down. I sat on the floor. I hugged my own knees. I rocked back and forth. The house was completely silent. But inside my head, everything was screaming.
How long?
How long was this happening? How many times? Who was she? Did he love her? Did he love me? What about our children? What about Liam? What about Ella? The questions were like knives, one after another, each one sharper than the last. I heard the front door open. Daniel's voice. We are home. Liam, take off your shoes. The children ran inside. Ella was laughing. Liam was singing a song. Normal sounds.
Happy sounds.
But nothing was normal anymore. I stood up. I washed my face quickly. I did not want the children to see me crying. I walked downstairs.
I had the phone in my hand. Daniel saw me.
He smiled. Hey, we had so much fun. The kids.
He stopped.
He saw the phone in my hand.
His face changed.
The color left his face. He became white, like paper. Sarah, he said. His voice was different. It was scared. Who is Michelle?
I asked. My voice was very calm.
I surprised myself. I thought I would scream, but I was calm, like ice. Daniel looked at the children. Liam, take your sister upstairs. Go play in your room. But Daddy. Now, please. The children went upstairs. The house was quiet. Daniel sat down on the sofa. He put his head in his hands.
He did not speak for a long time.
How long?
I asked.
I stood in front of him. Tell me the truth. How long? He looked up. His brown eyes were wet.
1 year, he said.
1 year. 365 days. He was lying to me for 365 days. Do you love her?
I asked.
The hardest question. He was quiet. That silence was my answer. I walked to the kitchen. I put the phone on the table. I sat down. I did not cry in front of him. I refused to cry in front of him. I want you to leave, I said.
Tonight.
Pack a bag and go.
He left that night. He took a bag. He kissed the children goodnight. He tried to hug me. I stepped back. He walked out the door. I listened to his car drive away. Then I sat down on the kitchen floor. And I cried. I cried for hours. I cried until my chest hurt. I cried until I had no more tears. Liam came downstairs at midnight. Mama, why are you on the floor? His little face was confused. Worried. I wiped my face fast. I stood up. I picked him up. I held him tight. Mama is okay, I said. Go back to sleep, my love. I carried him to his bed. I tucked him in. I kissed his forehead. I watched him close his eyes. Then I went back to the kitchen. I sat in the dark. I did not sleep that night. The weeks that followed were the hardest of my life. I had to tell my mother. I had to tell my sister. I had to speak to a lawyer. I had to explain to 2 small children why Daddy was not sleeping at home. How do you explain that to a 5-year-old? How do you explain that to a 3-year-old? Liam asked me every day, when is Daddy coming home? I said, Daddy is staying somewhere else for now. Why? Because sometimes grown-ups need space. He accepted that. Children are strong. Stronger than we think. It has been 8 months now. Daniel and I are separated. We are going through a divorce. It is a painful process. There are lawyers. There are papers. There are difficult conversations. But our children are okay. Daniel is a good father. Even if he was not a good husband. He sees the children every weekend. Liam is happy to see him. Ella runs to him at the door. That makes me glad. Even now. As for me, I am rebuilding. It is slow work. Like building a house brick by brick. Some days are hard. Some days I wake up and the sadness is heavy. I look at the empty side of the bed. I remember the life I thought I had. The life that was a lie. But some days are good. Some days I take the children to the park. Liam runs ahead. Ella holds my hand. The sun is warm. The birds are singing. And for one moment, I feel okay. I feel like we will survive. Because we will. I want to tell you something. Please listen carefully. Trust your feelings. When something feels wrong, it probably is. I ignored that feeling for months. I told myself I was being silly. I was not silly. My heart knew the truth before my mind did. If you are in a relationship, be honest. If you are unhappy, say it. If you want to leave, leave with dignity. Do not build a secret life. Do not lie to the person who trusts you most. The truth always comes out. Always. A hidden phone. A forgotten message. A small mistake. The truth finds a way. And if you are the one who was betrayed, I want to tell you this. It is not your fault. You did not fail. Someone else made a bad choice. That is their shame, not yours. You are allowed to be angry. You are allowed to be sad. But do not stay there forever. Your children need you. Your life needs you. You need you. My name is Sarah. I found a phone under my bed. And yes, it destroyed the life I knew. But it also showed me the truth. And the truth, even when it is painful, is always better than a beautiful lie. I have my children. I have my honesty. I have my mornings. I have my hope. That is enough. That is more than enough. Thank you for listening to my story. Take care of yourselves. And always, always tell the truth. Goodbye.